So welcome back to this channel once again, and I'll be discussing another topic on ILE RPG where I'll be calling RPG 3 and RPG 4 programs, that is using the star and tree playlist using a prototype call. Okay, in ILE RPG. I'll also call a CL program from RPG ILE. So basically, I'm using a prototype calling method to call these RPG 3, RPG 4, and CL programs. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Sorry, work number PTM. So you can see that this is RPG 3 RPG program, the 3 programs. So I'll be calling this program from an ILE RPG. Okay, I'll be calling this program from an ILE RPG program using a prototype call method. So you can see that this is using the star entry playlist, and here it is accepting 3 parameters. Out of that, var1 and var2 are treated as the input parameters, and it is just a return value. So it is also an input parameters but works as a output parameter. As you can see, part of an entry parameter list, but two are getting as an input, and this the value of result is returned from this program. Okay, so here you can see that I am concatenating var1 and var2 using cat operation. Okay, and saving the result in result variable, and at last setting the last equal indicated one. So this is a very simple RPG3 program which I have written. So let's save this, and you can create this program using command create RPG PGM. Okay, just take F14 there, and in options you can set star src dbg. Okay, and you can compile this. Just check. Okay, work object RPG 3 PGM1. Okay, so you can see that this object is now created. So the type is PGM and the attribute is RPG. So this is the RPG3 program. Now I'm going to call this program from an ILE program. Sorry. Just see this example where I'm calling this RPG3 program having entry parameter list. So basically I'm calling that program which is accepting 3 parameters. So as we all know that we will be using the prototype call. So during the prototype call we can give any name to our procedure. So for example, I have given the name call RPG3 program. Since this is a long name, so that's why I need to use the ellipsis, 3 dots after this, and the PR in the next line. So basically it is calling a program. So in case we are calling the program, what we are going to do is we need to use the XTPGM thing, as I have already discussed in my previous videos and explain about this thing, XTPGM and XTProc. Okay, so you can if you want to know more about that, you can go in that video and watch that video. So XTPGM will basically call this program RPG3 PGM1 program. So as I've already shown that this object is created successfully. So this thing is case sensitive, and the name must be in caps within single quotes. Okay, now as I'm passing 3 parameters, okay, of 5a, 10a, 15a, which are defined here, var1, var2 and result. Since this is just a definition for the compiler, so it doesn't mean that this is defining variables for me. Okay, that's just for, you can say, documentation purpose. So if I am writing var1 here, that doesn't mean that var1 is declared here. Okay, so var1 is basically declared here. Okay, just remove this for any confusion. So I'm passing var1 as 1 and var2 as 2, and then I'm calling that prototype call rpg3 pgm, and I'm passing var1, var2 and result. So the most important thing which we should know, that whenever we are calling a program, the call by value is not supported. Means we cannot pass a value using call by value method. So call by value means writing value here. Okay, passing the parameters by value, not by addresses, references, or read-only references. So this is not acceptable here. So we must pass them by reference. Okay, so at last I'm setting the last record indicator to 1. So as you can see that this is a very small program to call an RPG3 program. The main important thing is that this prototype which we need to define, and using execpgm keyword to call that program. Okay, the one most important thing here is, in case of procedures, whenever we are calling procedures, we can have advantage there that we can return a value there. But here, in case we are using the execpgm thing, calling a program, we cannot return a value from there. So in case of, if you want to return some values, so you need to define them in the parameter input list. Okay, input parameters list. Okay, so this is just the definition. So let's what I do, I'll be saving this, compiling the module of this star source. There I set for RPG3 program, I set star src dbg for debugging. There were some other parameters which I can set, but I'm not setting that. Create a program ILE pgm23, and the module is ILE pgm23. Okay, so this module and program is created successfully, which is calling the RPG3 program. Okay, so as you can see that I haven't bound that RPG3 program because that is not required. Whenever we are calling a program, we don't need to bind that program in our program from where we are calling that. In case of procedure call, we need to bind. Okay, either a service program or a module, that depends what method we are going to use. So let's debug this program. strdbg ILE pgm23. So the most important thing is, we are going to debug an ILE program or a OPM or a PG3 program. So we need to set this OPM source as star yes in this case. This is not required in case if we only need to debug that ILE programs. So in case of OPM or ILE both programs, we need to set this. Set the breakpoint at line number 1. Call ILE pgm23. Okay, just give a space. So you can see I'm passing var1 as 1 and var2 as 2 and result as blank. Okay, so this will call this RPG3 pgm1 program, this prototype call. Just take shift F10 from here, since we have already created this program using star src dbg option. Okay, so we can debug this RPG3 program now. So we can see what parameters we received: var1 as 1, var2 as 2, and this is blank. Okay, after performing this operation, concatenation operation, we have result 1 and 2. So both two strings are or you can say variables are concatenated, and the result is stored in result variable. set on last record indicator and comes back. So you can see now whether we have received the result. Yes, we have received the result. So this is the way to call an RPG3 program from an ILE RPG program using a prototype call method. Okay, so I have shown you an example of RPG3 program. Now I'll be showing you that how we can call a RPG4 program and creating a RPG4 program. So just go to source file RPG4. Okay, so this is the simple RPGLE program. So the type is RPGLE. In case of RPG3, the type is RPG, where H here HFEDECO is supported, there HFEDECO is not supported. Okay. Now you can see that here also the same program, but here I'm using the eval opcode, or there I cannot use in RPG3 the eval opcodes. Okay, so here you can see I'm accepting these 3 parameters. Out of that, 2 are input, and both are input parameters, but 2 are getting values to this program. In these 2 we are getting the values, and this is in this we are returning the value. Okay, so this basically act as an output parameter for us. So result equals to var1 plus var2, and setting the last record indicator to on. Okay, so just compile this program using option 14, that is create bind RPG. For RPG3, that is create RPG PGM command is used. So let's compile this using star source. Not here. This is the option. Okay. So debug view will contain the source. So you can see that RPG4 program is created. So work object RPG4 PGM1. Okay, find ESP PGM. So you can see in case of RPG4 what happens, module is created, but that is created in the QTemp library. Okay, so it automatically creates one module in the QTemp library, and so the module is bounded from the QTemp library, but we cannot use that module anywhere else in our programs. Okay, that can only be used here in OPM source, and there is no service programs bound to this. So this is an RPG4 program. So let me show you the same information for RPG3 PGM. So you can see that there is no module bound to this, no service program. Okay, so basically in this case there is no module created. So in case of RPG4, the module is created in QTemp library. Okay, so which cannot be used anywhere else. So let's call this RPG4 program also. So this is the program which is calling RPG4 program. So you can see that call RPG4 program prototype is defined here. So the thing is, we all know that whenever we are calling any program or a procedure, so we just need to define the prototype. Okay, and then we can call a procedure or that program. So in case of program, we don't need to bind anything, and in case of procedure, we need to bind that module or a service program where that procedure is defined. Okay, now here in this case you can see that this is the prototype, and here we are calling the RPG4 PGM1 program, accepting 3 input parameters. Out of that, 2 are actually receiving the values, and the third one is the value in the third variable is returned as an output value. Okay, so the same way as I called the RPG3 program, I'll be calling the RPG4 program also. Okay, So the main difference between these two is the creation options for RPG3 program, writing RPG3 program differently using RPG okay attribute, and in case of OPM source RPG4, that is RPGLE attribute. So these are two different things which one needs to understand, else calling is same for all. Okay, so we are calling a RPG3 program or RPG4 program, anything, so that's same. We just need to define the prototype. For that we can call any program from here. Now just compile this. Hitting the program ILE-PGM24. The module is ILE-PGM24. Okay, ILE-PGM24. So here also I need to set open source as star yes. So set the breakpoint at line number 1. Call ILE PGM24. Okay, to give the space F10. So you can see that again passing var1 as 1 and 2, result is blank. Just take shift F10. So now we are in RPG4 PGM1 command where we are accepting var1, okay, var2, and this is blank. After this operation, result is having 1, so the two strings are concatenated. So we have received the result in the calling program. So we see that how we call the RPG4 program using the prototype call method. Okay, now we will be calling a CL program, QCLSRC. Let's see a CL program example. So this is the simple CL program where we are accepting 3 parameters, var1, var2, and result, char 10, 5, 10, 15 is the length. So here I am basically concatenating using pipe operation var1, var2, and assigning the result in the result variable. Okay, so these two are coming as an the values in these two are coming as an input, and this value result in result parameter we will be returning the value as an output. Okay, so then we are sending the message to a program. Okay, so the message type is completion, as you can see. Okay, program queue, message queue. Now we are sending this message. This CL program is called from ILE program as a prototype call, and we are also passing the message whatever the result is generated. Okay, now just compile this CL program using option 14, create bind CL. Okay, work object CL1 DSP PGM CL1. Here in this case also you can see the CL1 module is created, since this is an CLLE program, CLILE program, so which is created in the OPM source level program, you can say RPG4 program, whatever we did for RPG3 and RPG4. So in this case also this is created CL1 module is created in QTemp, and there is no service program attached to this. Okay, ILE RPG. So here we call the CL program. So the same method we use, the prototype call. So call CL program, and here in XCPGM we define that program which is created CL1. Okay, within single quotes, accepting 3 parameters as input parameters. Out of that, 2 are receiving the values, and in third one the value is returned out. Okay, so the same calling method. Just compile this. Create PGM, ILE PGM 25, ILE PGM 25. Okay, ILE PGM 25 star yes. Just set the breakpoint at line number 1. Call ILE PGM 25. Okay, F10. So we are passing these 2 parameters, and this is blank. So here we see var1 and var2, and we are concatenating. So the result is 1 or 2. Now this will send the program message. So if we switch off log, so you can see this was executed, and this sends a message. This CL program is called from ILE program as a prototype call. Again this message is rendered. So the message is 1 or 2. Okay, and the result will be returned. So result is 1 or 2. Okay, so that's the thing. So using the prototype call method, we can call a CL program, RPG3 or RPG4 programs. Okay, so that's all in this video which I want to show in this video. So now I think after this video all doubts will get cleared. So that's a very simple approach. Just define the prototype for that calling and use the XCPGM. Okay, then you can call an RPG3 program or RPG4 program or a CL program from your ILE RPG program. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you and have a nice time.